'Cause it's like,
Musical artist Asanda Msaki Mvana lives the meaning of Ubuntu, that I am because you are. And it's showing in her development of young singer-songwriter Noluthando Ngema.
I met Noluthando because I was a mentor for this accelerator program where Nando's had chosen 6 emerging artists. They were entered into a category for new emerging artist in the Basadi Women's Awards. And so the winner was going to get me as a mentor for a year.
I just won the New Emerging Artist of the Year award at the Basadi Music, and it's so cool because I get to work with Msaki, who's a mentor. I was part of actually the award, and I get to be part of this academy, the Bridges Academy, to do music for the rest of my life. And I'm just really excited about the opportunity to sing and to learn and to create and all of the beautiful things that comes in this industry.
Bridges for Music is a place that is changing this actual neighborhood, but the city as well, and the landscape of the music industry at large, because there's not a lot of places that get input that Bridges for Music gets from industry at education level, first of all. Second of all, it's that there's this holistic look at how are you doing? You know, that's the first thing that you get asked when you come here. And the first thing that you do in the day, it's about mindfulness, it's about checking in, it's about dropping in. I definitely think that if that is taught, you're going to get a better quality of creative here because that's a connected person.
Having Msaki as my mentor has been so fun. It has been such a time of breathing. She helps me breathe. I think that's the best way I can put it. I am very type A, and she's just such a calming presence that helps to bring perspective on what's happening and really take me by the hand and showing me what the journey looks like going forward and taking me step by step. And that's been really helpful for me to calm down some of the anxiety and some of the worries about this journey. And she's very wise. She's like a sage. It's the best way I can put it, very wise, and also just such a kind soul. And I think that's exactly what I needed in this journey.
What's quite significant is I've taken a hiatus and just regenerating, recalibrating what the next phase in my career is, and even how I approach like performing and seeing what I can change in the back end of music to make it a bit better. Because I'm a semi-casualty of the industry, because you get busy and you don't really have a plan sometimes if there's no vision. And so part of where I am now is just trying to make sure that independent artists like me, because I was running my own business, employing my own team, have got more infrastructure and support so that people don't burn out like I did. Because just because you're independent, it doesn't mean you have to be alone. So I'm there building in the background now for the time that I'm taking a break from stage. But that's always been something that I've been doing. So I just have more time to do it now.
On a time out from social media, this creative is soaking up live experiences.
Msaki, I want to take you to places that describes who are we in Langa. Places that connects a lot of different things of Langa in one place. And also I want to take you to a little bit of where the township come from. This one here is for 1960 march.
Oh, yeah.
I can see all the people marching for the human rights on the 20th of March, you know about it?
Sure.
And they march against the bars, against the Don't Pass laws, you know? And that's when the massacre happened in Sharpeville and also in Langa.
Langa, my love. I was born in this township. I grew up in the streets. There are 10 houses on this block. We played this potholed street into the ground. Fatima Dike.
Yes.
Who's that?
The whole heritage of our Langa, acting, music and everything. She's a living legend of Langa.
Okay.
She connected Langa with the world and also connected our skills and our art, you know, because remember the first opportunities where people had natural talent.
Yeah.
So Fatima Dike, she's the rock.
Sure.
She's the rock of Langa.
Msaki is just as based, whether performing at Madison Square Gardens, New York, or on the fly.
Ain't nobody living out here. Be someone who's living out here. Okay, but I need help. You have to go. Is well with my soul.
This is an artist who collaborates with superstars Black Coffee and Sun L, while never losing touch with where or what she comes from.
Walking around like this, you always get to know another layer of Langa, and you know, my biggest relationship with it is just the inheritance of musicians and the way that I've collided with it through incredible musicians, people that play sport, looking up to it because of how it's incubated its artists to a certain extent. I've also come to know Langa because of places like Gugas Tebe, where art is the way that the community relates with the rest of Cape Town and the rest of the world. For me, art and music all comes from the same place, and when I say art, I'm talking more of the visual sense because music is art. And I've always had a sense of this, you know, when I was growing up, but I think the ways that we learn and we are taught about music and art, we end up separating them in the education process, because I was a fine art student and music was hitting me and I was saying, what do I do with all this sound? And I had no help in moving forward in terms of how to deal with the sound that was coming while I was busy being taught how to be a visual art student. You know, having gone off to be a musician because the music was coming hard and fast, it's been an interesting time now where I've paused. There's a time of synthesis of seeing how the two worlds can come together. And it's seamless to me. Whenever I see art, for me, it comes with sound. And whenever I see sound, it always has its own visuals that accompany it. I love it. Nice one. Number one.
That's how Miss Mvana was greeted when we dropped by in Tlalo Jordan's place for lunch.
Msaki, she's a big star, so we decided to make umlekwa for her. We made umlekwa and we made tribe, and we made some chisa nyama because she's in the township, and these are the dishes that we specialize on. So we made the sides of the steamed bread and creamy spinach and butternut. I think they will enjoy it.
What's next for me is working away in the background, working a lot on Art Black, trying to get it stronger as a vehicle to support independent artists. Lots of collaborations. I'm curating stages for different festivals around the world, making sure that people have got vehicles of support, but also for my own creative journey, it's more songwriting, more understanding what the next season looks like for me. I still have music that I recorded 2-3 years ago that still needs to come out, a lot of music collaborations. So it's not really complete silence, but it is a lot of intentional releasing of music and a lot of pausing and supporting other people's projects.
With Msaki as a mentor, Noluthando is already making waves. And in time, she'll take other young artists under her wing.